you're sitting at home on your computer typing a paper for school or for work, and bam, your screen goes black. And everything you had just typed is gone because you forgot to save it. I found that on www.ehow.com, this could happen if your electrical outlet is poorly installed, defective, or corroded. What I'm going to go over with you today is electrical outlets. I'll break it down into 3 different categories. How to tell if your electrical outlet is working, what causes electrical outlets not to work, and last but not least, how to fix a faulty outlet. Initially, people think if the outlet isn't working, that means that if you plug something into it, the outlet won't work at all. That's not always the case. Sometimes it has partial power, so you have to always be careful. One way you can test your electrical outlet is to see if it is working with the multimeter. www.idealindustries.com says a multimeter is a meter that can measure the amount of current and voltage that an outlet has. For example, you put both leads into a normal house outlet and the meter should read 120 volts. Anything less than 120 volts means that there is something wrong with your outlet. At this point, you're probably wondering what causes outlets not to work. There are several different ways that can cause outlets not to work. One reason is that you may have tripped the circuit breaker. You might be asking yourself, what's a circuit breaker? Well, www.dictionary.reference.com says a circuit breaker is an automatic device for stopping the flow of current in an electric circuit as a safety measure. A circuit breaker is in an electrical panel that is located in your house. An electrical outlet can cause a circuit breaker to trip by trying to pull too much current through your outlet. For example, let's say you're vacuuming your house and someone plugs in a hairdryer into the same outlet your vacuum is in, and all of a sudden they both stop working. They quit working because your circuit breaker tripped for the reason that you were trying to pull too much current through your outlet. Another reason for your electric outlet may not be working is that the outlet may be poorly installed, defective, or corroded. Luckily, these are cheap and easy to replace. Now you're probably wondering, how do I replace that bad outlet? Replacing a faulty outlet is very simple, but could be very dangerous, so you have to be very careful. The first and most important step to fixing an outlet is to turn the power off. To turn the power off, you have to know what circuit breaker is connected to the outlet. Most of the time, there is a label on the cover of the electrical panel that shows what each circuit breaker controls. Now that the power is off, you can take the cover off the old outlet and begin unscrewing it from the wall. Once the outlet is unscrewed from the wall, you are now able to see what the wires are connected to on the outlet. There should be a wire connected to the darker screw terminal that is a colored wire, and there should be a white wire connected to the silver screw terminal. And there should also be a green wire connected to the green terminal. Now you have to remember where each one of these wires goes, because you will have to go in the same position in the new outlet you are installing. Now you are able to unhook the wires from the old outlet and put them in the new outlet. You will now screw into the wall, put the cover on. You are now ready to turn the power on and use your new outlet. In conclusion, after what I just told you, you are now able to tell your electrical outlets are working by properly using a multimeter. You are also know some of the things that cause outlets to not work. And now know how to replace the old nasty outlet with a new clean outlet. So now when you're working really hard trying to get your paper finished on your computer, the last thing you need to worry about is your outlet not working.